Hey, General, how are you doing? Um, you notice the subject I have. I thought that would be an interesting subject I just put how much are you willing to give, but then on the notes, I wanted to make it more extensive, specific, when it comes to a relationship or when you're in a relationship. So, how have you been? How have you been? You cracked me up with that response. I said, "Oh yes, she right on it." That when you left that comment on that video about that woman coughing in the little baby's face. Good, good. You're okay. You're okay. Good. I know this is the you know a little bit after 12 out there, so I'm gonna be mindful of everybody's time. I've been what I've been doing is listening to gospel music because I don't do lives, but what I've been doing is listening to gospel music and scheduling it for Sunday. So I still don't have to do anything for Sunday, but I want to just open up that to people that like to listen to gospel music on Sundays, because people are just so out and about and working whatever, and they don't have time to do much of a lot of things. So I figure even if busy people want to sit down and listen to it, and that, so I'm gonna make it gospel Sunday gospel music. So I was just working on that. Yes, that coughing incident had me heated. I know, because you think that somebody that's a special ed teacher would have a love for children, which is why they picked that profession. But you know what? That's not true. Some people pick working with kids because they're pedophiles, you know? And then some people uh figure, special eds, I would have more control of these children because some of them have special needs, and so, but evidently she didn't care about those kids because she proved it when she coughed in that 1 year old face. She didn't care about them kids. Hey, Purple, how are you? Thank you for coming in, joining. um I have a topic, but right now, we can get to that whenever. The topic is, how much are you willing to give in a relationship? But while people was coming in, we were talking about that video that I had put up about this lady, that was coughing in her baby's face, 1 year old's face. Um, yeah, she ended up being a special ed teacher. So it's like, how can you possibly do what you did to a 1 year old, but you supposed to be in it, you're in the capacity of helping someone. So evidently you don't have a love for children if you, not knowing whether you have the virus or not, cough in that baby's face, a helpless baby. So I was just commenting about general comments she left, and we pretty much on the same page because me and her, we would have to dance. We would have to dance. If that was my baby, oh, we'd be dancing right now. You're going to cough in my baby's face. We don't know you. You don't know whether you got the Rona or not. Uh-uh. No. I'm just thinking maybe that mama was in shock because I, most mothers I know, even the ones that are mild mannered and soft spoken, the mothers that I know, oh, they would have broke out of that. That would have been an incident, a whole nother incident, because So we were just talking about that. So what have you been up to, Purple? I know there was a lot going on, a lot of lives going on, and I saw you at a few of them. A couple of them, I stayed in the bushes because I just wanted to listen. I just wanted to listen, so I didn't say anything because I was actually I was doing some other things too. So just listening, and so I saw you in some. But it's good to see you here. Marilyn, that lady would have got a serious jump kick through the wall of that. What you said through the wall of that establishment. I know it's like I told you, handcuffs. I would be in handcuffs. But like I said in the podcast, um, then if the lady would have, done her, she was a young lady, and this lady that did it was 60 years old. Then people would be trying to shame, the mother of the child. Oh, you jumped on that 60-year-old. You know you should be. Yeah, but she coughed in my baby's face. So we don't know. Some people wouldn't even. They would block that part out of their mind. You know what I'm saying? They will block that out of their mind and just look at the fact she jumped on that 60-year-old. And I'm not condoning violence, but you don't mess with the babies. That's all. You don't mess with the babies. So that was I just had to bring that update video to everybody's attention. It was like a little more than a day, so I didn't know whether people knew about it. So I just wanted to give an update on that situation. Um, the If you guys want to get on the topic, we can talk about that, or we can talk about other things and until we feel like we want to graduate into that topic. And the topic is, how much are you willing to give in a relationship? See, my response is quick. It won't take me long to tell you guys what I would give. So I might as well tell you right now what I would give and what I'm willing to give in a relationship. Absolutely nothing. Nada. Zero. I can't think of any other language. Um, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not willing to put in nothing. And in a relationship, you have to give. You have to. You just can't take from relationship either. I don't want to give and I don't want to take. I'm in my selfish mode, and I'm going to stay in that mode because it works for me. I am not willing to give anything in a relationship. I'm in a different mindset now. Earlier, when I was younger, I gave a lot, too much, and it didn't serve me well. But you say I've been handling and chilling. Well, that's good, Purple. That's good. I was chilling today too, and I had to get off the phone because I was talking to this real estate lady because I was thinking about selling my house and buying another one. She went on and Googled my address and everything, and she's sending me some information. But she said, "Oh, I like your house, girl. You better stay there because I don't think I can get the price of houses that I got this one. I got a good deal on it, but I just wanted to see what was out there." But anyway, yeah, I had to get off the phone so I can go on this live. But other than that, I've been chilling as well. General says, I am not militant in my relationship, but I expect respect. It got to have respect. Got to have respect. I hear you on that one. But the reason why I say that I'm not willing to give anything is because, like I said, it doesn't serve me well. Um, you would think that as people get older, they would know how to treat people, or their expectations and their behavior would be different than when they were in their 20s or 30s and sometimes even their 40s. And then they get older and they get worse. Um, the problem that I find, because I wouldn't get anybody younger, the problem that I find with older guys is they have not matured. They just got older. They have not matured. Um, General says, I do not drink alcohol, but I am okay with my boyfriend drinking, though not to be intoxicated. Right. Yeah. Yeah. And just because I don't drink, I have. So I'm not going to judge anybody, like you say, as long as you don't get intoxicated with the point where, see, because some people can be intoxicated and get silly and they want to sit there and think things are funny. And I can be okay with somebody who want to laugh and joke and dance and what have you. But see, some people get some alcohol in them and they want to get violent. They want to fight. And I knew people like that, female and male. I knew this one mother of a good friend of mine. In fact, we had went to high school together, and I lost touch with her now. But we stayed friends like forever. And her mom was like that, and it was just certain things that she would drink. Like she would drink other stuff, and she was still something else. She was a hot mess. But don't let her drink bourbon. Oh no, she would drink bourbon and she wanted to fight everybody. And it turned out, I don't know what happened to them. I don't even know whether she's still living or not. But one day, uh, she got intoxicated with bourbon. Her and her husband, which was my friend's stepfather, but he was a cool stepfather, the kind of stepfather that's your daddy. I don't care if he's not my blood. That's my daddy. He was that kind of stepfather. And they got into a fight, and she went into the garage, got some lye, and threw it in his face. Oh my God. Oh my God. When I heard that, that just I didn't want to see her. I hadn't seen her since because I didn't want to be around her. That's your husband. Now say you get mad at me, what you gonna do to me? And the thing was, that was their mother by blood, but their stepfather, and they were just they mother they told her off when she got sober because they didn't want to fight her. Cause she would be the kind that she drank that bourbon, she'd fight everybody, even a dog. But yeah, they were just too through with her, and they was all, and she got mad, I heard, because they was all on his side. Well, I would have been on his side too. He was just a good guy. And none of the kids, I think she had one, two, three, four kids, I think, and none of them were his. But he took care of them. He was a truck driver, and they go cross country. So he took care of them kids like they were his own. They respected him. They loved him on Father's Day. They just they did the whole shebang for him. And so yeah, uh, you know, some people, and I knew, like I said, I knew other people, men, male and female. They didn't eat because they couldn't drink one or two. They would continue and continue. It's like, oh my gosh. So yeah, yeah. If he can drink and not be and don't get intoxicated, and even if he's intoxicated, don't he not a what they call a mean drunk. It's like, yeah, be happy. You feeling good? Why the attitude? But anyway, yeah. Back in the day, I gave too much to the point where people aren't grateful. They feel entitled. And then, like I said, as certain men, and not putting it on every, but all of them, but certain men get older, and then they basically, I found a lot of men want the women to take care of them. Um, they did not plan for, you know, okay, what if I can't work anymore? Or even though I'm too young to retire, um, let me have, they didn't think about plan B and C. I met this one guy not too long ago, before this, this virus, came around. It was like about 6 months or so before. And me and my friend, we had went um, to this Irish pub type deal inside the casino. They had good food. So we would go there to eat sometimes. And then at 10 o'clock, they used to have a band, and then they stopped having live music and they had a DJ. So sometimes we just sit and talk and whatever, and, listen to the DJ, whatever. So, so this, this, this guy asked me to dance. So, I danced with him. And then, he bought me a glass of wine, and just kind of helped himself to sit down at the table, which I didn't like. And see, that's the deal too. Usually, and I went against what I usually do. I don't have guys buy me a drink. I buy my own drink. Only because a lot of guys, when they buy you a drink, okay, they try to help. I didn't buy a drink, so I'm gonna sit down, get my money's worth. I guess that's what they're thinking. But then their hands get a little free. They rub your back. Get your hands off of me. That's the way I felt. I don't know you. Why you rubbing on me? And he tried all of that. I said, well, and I would scoop my chair. Uh, I went to the restroom, and he followed me, I guess, to see where I was going. So I saw him coming, so I ditched him. I went a long way back to the place and sat down. And some of the couple in back of us, because they could hear what was going on, and I could just imagine they was thinking to themselves, "Oh, he didn't pick the wrong sister chick, cause she ain't having it." But anyway, I took the long way around and sat at the table, and so they told me, "Oh, that guy you was with, he looking for you." I said, "Looking for me? I just went to the restroom." Yeah, but he looking for you. I said, "Oh, okay." Because mind you, he had to take he came, okay, he lived in, okay, where I was about a couple of hours from Los Angeles. So he lived in Los Angeles, and I lived closer to where, we went for dinner. And he he took the bus. But see, I didn't think nothing about that, because a lot of people, think, okay, I don't have to worry about, this, that, and the other traffic or what have you, or I can have a drink and I don't have to worry about driving. So they take the bus to come in, but they have to leave a certain time. Okay. So I'm trying to get up and go to the restroom, thinking he gonna leave because it's almost time for his bus to come. That didn't happen. The bus was late. So he finds his way back. But then he said, well, I'm coming next week. I'm not going to his house. I don't even know him. That's what I'm thinking to myself. The more we talked, the more I found out that he didn't have a car. Now, see, that's okay if you don't have a car, but don't make your problem be my problem, because I got a car. So I said, okay, I don't want to drive up to LA, but thank you for the invitation. He said, I said, 'cause he said, well, why can't you come? I said, because I don't feel like going all the way to LA and then come driving back. He said, you don't have to drive back. You can stay the night. I said, no, I can't do that. I can't do that because I don't know you. But we kept on talking and never. He said, well, okay, you can't make it to the party. Um, so you can come out and see me sometimes. I said, no, I don't come out and see men, especially men that I don't know that I met at a restaurant or club or whatever. It wasn't really a club, it was a pub type deal. Um, but he mentioned that he was seeing other women, which is okay because I don't know him. He mentioned that he was seeing other women. I said, so all these women drive to see you? Yeah, yeah. They want to see me. They drive. I said, and I had to set him straight that I'm not one of those women. In fact, I don't want to be bothered with a man that don't have anything. Call it snobby if you want to, but that's how I roll. So I'm not willing to give and give and give, and you just sit back and take and take and take. So it may sound selfish. It may sound some kind of way, but I don't. Even if I was to date, I'm not going. You want a woman that have her own house, her own car, her own money, then that's fine. But what you got? You don't have anything, but you want this woman to have this, 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 and this. So I figure he probably, you know, got these women. He want to look good in front of his family. So he got all these women coming to his house, different women. I did sum him up. I said, I'm not going to be part of your stable. I'm just not going to. I said, so, you know, I'm not interested. So you might as well get on your bus and head back to LA. So. Anyway, that was, yes, some men think exactly like that to this day. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They think like that. And when you can get, if anybody listening to this or replay now, whatever, if you can get somebody who you guys, what we call equally yoked, oh, that's a good thing, you know, and he good to you in the whole bit. Yeah, you might want to see where that can lead. But I'm so disinterested that I tell people right off the bat, uh, you know, I'm not dating. I never want to get married because it doesn't serve me. And it's funny though, guys. The more you tell guys that, it's like they accelerate the gas. They really after you. I think it's more so the challenge or game. I don't know what it is, but it's like, okay, she's done, and she say this. Mm-hmm. It's just a challenge for them, and I just don't have time for the games. I agree with your point, Marilyn. Thank you, General, because I talk about relationships a lot, and I talk about my experiences a lot because that's what I know. I not work for someone else like I was, I talk to people, and I talk to, people I know that are single, male and female. And to me, don't you just get tired, period? Don't you just get tired of the nonsense? And don't you just get tired of going round and round? It's more important things that's more fulfilling than that. Now, I know a friend that she she eventually wants to. A few of my friends eventually want to get married, but they sitting back and say, "Okay, I'm looking for a certain type of person. I didn't have this, and it. I'm not going there anymore. Forget the nonsense." So if that one, I'm not going through certain things anymore. I'm not being it. So if that person that I'm really supposed to be with comes around, fine. But if he don't, I'll stay single. My thing is, I wish a lot of women wouldn't be so thirsty. Men too, men too, because I've known men that have told me, "Oh, I want a woman so bad I can taste it." What? And so that's supposed to be attractive to me, and so I'm supposed to just, you're sounding real desperate running about now, and that's not attractive. It's really not attractive to tell somebody that you interested in, that you want a woman so bad, or a woman say she want a man so bad she could taste it. That's thirsty. That's not thirsty. That's dehydrated. That's nonsense. Juno says I dated a guy who kept on saying I was his type, but I had to make him know that he wasn't my type. He got offended. No, they can't handle the truth, General. You heard his little bitty old ego. They can't handle the truth. They can't. And don't you hate when somebody tell you, God told me that you're gonna be my wife. God told you what? I'm gonna be. He ain't told me nothing, so I don't know who was talking to you. Maybe that was Satan. He ain't told me nothing. So I think he would have to have told both of us. So whoever told you, whoever that was that told you I was gonna be your wife, they lied, and it wasn't God. General says I haven't had much relationships, but I have learned quickly based on the language they use. Okay, yeah, exactly. Um, People can talk the way they want to, but not to me, not at me, and not to me. It's certain things that are a turn off for me. Excuse me, something in my throat. And especially, and some people have a habit of calling women bees. And that's And I'm not just talking about these little young guys. Says yes, some men can't take the truth. Yeah, I know what you mean. No, they can't. They little egos told them that they're gift to God's gift to women. And you have just told them, not this woman, you're not. So, scoot. Like I know somebody used to come on YouTube, I haven't seen in a while. She'd scram. She'd say, scram. Like, get out of my face, scram. And so you have just told them that I'm not that woman. And some men's ego can't take it. And I watch this program. It's based on true stories. It's like it's called ID. Let me see. It's hold on. Let me go to it. My TV's on, but the sound is um it's called the ID channel on my satellite, and they pretty much tell of experiences people have had, and a lot of times they don't turn out good. They don't turn out. And One of the programs that come on is about it's called Obsession, Dark Desires. And these are women or men that they feel like they've been rejected by somebody, and they start being a stalker afterwards. They start uh following the person, and to the point where the supposed love turns into hate, and then now they want to kill you. They want to get rid of you. It's like It's like I should not be watching those shows because I got my opinion on why I don't want to be bothered anyway. And then you put the element of somebody being stalkerish. Is that a word? Stalkerish. Um, mm-mm. And I see more and more on YouTube. Well, this one man, he's married, and he gives out good advice and financial advice, and he's inspirational. And so he had one video where he was saying, what's the 5 reasons or 6 reasons or something like that, why people are single. And he was saying you should do this, or you should do that, and you should do this. And so me and my bold behind, I went on and I commented, and I said, well, what if you want to stay single? So you telling me, in other words, I shouldn't do any of the above. I said, I see where you're coming from, and I do agree with you. If you want a relationship, those are valid points, but, or something, I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly what I commented. But I said, they, at this point, it's a distraction. Do you know so many people put thumbs up on my little comment, liked it, and then I read some of the other comments, and mostly women are saying, "Oh no, I want to stay single. I don't want no part." Okay, so I'm not the Lone Ranger up in here, because I thought I was the last unicorn or something. Yes, some men and their egos are sickening. Stalkers are very dangerous. Yep. One day I got to put it together. One day I tell you something, my gosh, it it beats all stories, except for what you see on TV. But, stories I've heard from different people. Oh my God, it was. I mean, the person had to change their name and move. But I got to get it together. I'm not going to call any names. It's just somebody I know. So of course I'm going to keep their identity, low key. Hey, David, how are you? David says, honestly, why would anybody want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with them? Exactly. Exactly. Have some self-respect. You don't want me. I don't want you either. That's the way I feel about it, David. And I don't want you even if you want me. Nadia says, hey, here, but I'm getting nails done listening. Oh, okay. Thank you, Nadia. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you. So everybody's speaking to each other. I didn't see you. I was so sometimes I look away from the notes so I can finish my thoughts instead of trying to read the notes, and then then I thought, okay, what was I talking about? So that's why I didn't notice you come in, or David. Thank you guys. Yeah, but you it just everybody wants love. I get love, but just because I'm not in a relationship does not mean that I'm lacking anything, because another person doesn't define me. You guys know where I'm coming from. It does not confine me. Oh, your daughter is doing your nails. Oh, okay. Okay, I see where General had asked you. Honey, I got a couple of pairs of press-ons. Cause, cause Nadia, that's pretty good. Your daughter is doing it, so that's good. But I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do. But Marilyn is not going to the nail shops. No, she's not. I don't trust it. But anyway, I just have known a lot of people that I've known. I'm getting to know more and more, even on YouTube. A lot of people that have opened their eyes to the point that, oh, I got to take care of me. And I'm not going to be with somebody just to say, I got a man or I got a woman. Like my mama used to say, and you say, oh, why's that woman taking that from that man? He beats her, he talks to her like crap, and, you know, but Nadia say, me either. Too scared. Hey, Skins, how you doing? How you guys doing? Thank you for coming in. But more people are like yesterday we were talking about, where you getting your emotional support, from. But people are realizing, oh, I didn't tell you what my mom used to say. I got that. Right. She would say some women, because we were talking about women, would rather have half a man than no man at all. See, now that's not my philosophy. I don't want half of nothing. Call me selfish. I want the whole thing, whole enchilada. I want it all. Hey Brian, how are you doing? Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button. But I'm finding more women, more men also are seeing their self worth and know they don't have to compromise their standards to be with someone. Because how good is it to compromise yourself? I'm walking because I'm letting my dogs in, guys. So if you hear barking, that's my dog. Why compromise yourself? Because you're going to end up losing yourself and to give up yourself for somebody else. I'm not. I'll stay single forever, but I'm not giving up. I'm not willing to give up because I know who I am and I know whose I am. And you just can't, okay, back in my room. And you just can't want somebody and want to be with somebody so bad that you lose yourself because you're going to wake up one day, I think, men or women, you're going to wake up one day and start resenting that other person. And it's really not their fault because, you got free will. And so you have the ability to make the choice. You don't have to be with somebody just because something is offered to you. Don't mean you have to take it. Just because that man or woman come along and they say they like you. And some people in their desperation figure, oh, I don't get with him or I don't get with her. I might be I might be alone for the rest of my life. And so what? So what if you're single? Now everybody can't be can do the single life, but think about your worth, your happiness. So you're going to compromise just to be with someone. I agree, Marilyn. Compromising only makes a recipe of resentment. Exactly, Nadia. Exactly. I'm gonna start putting it up here so I can see them. And I'm gonna be be honest with you, and where I was resentful because I know I was compromising. I knew I was, and this is back in the day, guys. 'Cause you know, if any of you guys know me now, you know, not today, not today. But yeah, you look, you know, I would, and then and then your your eyes will, they open one day, and you say to yourself, "Oh, what am I doing?" Because I'm telling you, I was in the car one time with this particular person that I was resenting like I don't know what. And he was driving and I looked over at him and I said, and that's my husband and I'm supposed to be with him for the rest of my life. Ooh, I can't do it. I couldn't, I didn't have that connection that you're supposed to have with your husband. I didn't have that connection because I was going along with what's supposed to happen. Okay. You're supposed to get married, you're supposed to have kids, you know, the whole bit. So being young, I just thought things would change, you know. In other words, you would grow into even liking someone, loving someone. Don't do it, guys. Don't do that. I don't regret things because it was a life lesson. Because I surely don't regret my children that came out of it. But there was no you know the connection and you guys that are married and happy and you know you guys are good and cool or you even if you're not married you're in a relationship and you guys have in common and you got that connection. I didn't have that connection. It was like oh I realized that I had compromised to the point that I was giving too much of me, that I was losing me. It was horrible. That's a horrible feeling, guys. Be with someone and you're supposed to be connecting and you don't. That's horrible. Compromise is a nightmare. Yes, it is. Being alone at some point in your life is absolutely necessary to truly know your strength and love and to love yourself. Oh, you better say that, Nadia. You better say that because at this point in my life, and I have talked about this, and I guess I keep talking about it. Maybe I'm supposed to for different people and for different reasons, but I just feel like some conversations I want to be organic and it leads into something and you know and so I guess there's a reason because it's like I've never talked this much about my relationships until I got a YouTube channel and then from the beginning you know the beginning I talked about a few things but then the more and more I'm on YouTube it's like I'm talking so much about myself and believe it or not guys I am a private person. And here I am. To me, it's like, okay, you know, this can be replayed. It may be replayed a month from now or whatever, but evidently it's meant for somebody to hear. That's the way I'm looking at it because I am a private person, but I have been so transparent on this platform. I really have. Getting to know and love you doesn't come within a marriage. Getting to know and love you, no, it doesn't. And and getting married young, I'm talking 19 guys. I understand that a lot. But back then, all I saw was resentment for that person. But see, as you get older, you can put the puzzle together. You can put things in their place. And if it's a life lesson, you'll see it as that, and it'll fall into place. And I had come to the conclusion after the way I felt about not having that connection, the way I felt was I can think back because I've been married twice, you guys. Don't judge. I was never supposed to be married because I don't. I mean, I think I see some men and oh, they're attractive. So I still I can see a man and say, "Ooh, Lord have mercy." I can do that. Do I want to marry him? No. Do I think he's sexy and attractive? Now it may sound like it's contradicting, but no. You can admire a whole cake, but that don't mean you're supposed to eat it all. You may not be able to take a slice, but you see how beautiful it is, and you imagine, okay, it's pretty. I'm sure that tastes good, but nah, I can't do that. We lose a piece of ourselves as mothers and wives. Who are you? That's what I asked myself at some point on my journey. Yeah, yes. So the more you guys as input, because like I said before, I thought I was the last unicorn, but I'm finding out more and more women and men are saying, don't, I, I'm not taking this. I don't want to go through this. It's not necessary for me to feel this way just to be with someone. It's not necessary. Something's wrong with this. I don't need this in my life. This could be good for someone else, but it's not good for me. And the more and more I'm finding that people, you know, and I say to you guys, don't judge me. But I know you're not judging me because I know you guys see where I'm coming from. I don't despise marriage. I don't despise relationships. I don't despise that, but it's for y'all, not for me. It's not for me. But the institution of marriage and two people being together and working together and being in love and all that's I can love somebody, but that don't mean I want to marry him. Been there. Oh, more typing for a minute. Oh, no typing for a minute. No more. Okay, okay. Welcome back, Purple. I know you're not. That's why I can be transparent. And when people do the replay, if somebody's never been on my channel and I don't really know where they're coming from, you can comment some nonsense if you want to, but nobody's gonna see it but me. I have deleted so many comments because I hold comments, and if someone is new to commenting, is 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 um is is held automatically. So if that happened to you guys, and well, she holding my comments, that might have been your first comment on my page. Period. So it holds it, and so I approve it. So many of you guys know what I'm talking about. But I just feel like, you know, at certain things, I'm supposed to be transparent about because I wish that, see, my mother taught me a lot. She taught me certain things, but then there's certain things that we didn't talk about. And I just, in my family on both sides, back in the day, you expect You're expected to get married, like I said, and have kids. Nobody told me. I had to figure it out for myself. Nobody told me that I didn't have to do that or don't feel guilty if you don't feel that. And I have a cousin. She's like that. She got married one time. It wasn't for her. And she's much older than me, but it wasn't for her. And when she got divorced the first time, she never married again. And she is, the last I heard, which was maybe a year or so ago, she had moved to Atlanta, Georgia, bought her house, still single, travel. I mean, right now she's, cut down on it, well, to zero. Always traveling, always cruising. She'll get off the one cruise and somebody, another family member or her friend of hers, let's go here. Let's go to the Caribbean. Let's. And she could be, not a week, probably haven't even unpacked her suitcase. She's raring to go again. See, that's what I like. I wanna, I wanna get up and travel some more. And that might not be the new normal. That might not be something for a long time that I can get and do. But even if it's to a nearby resort that I can go and just be up in my room and have my son here so he can watch my dogs, be in that room, watch anything I want. I can do that now, watch anything I want. Go downstairs to my favorite restaurant, chill, and just people watch by myself, guys. Because the best time I ever had was a cruise that I took by myself. And I've mentioned that before, but I just want to throw that in. So I grew up playing by myself. I grew up doing things by myself because I was the youngest. And so everybody else was older than me. They was out about, everybody want their little sister tagging along. I didn't care. So it's not unusual. It's not something out of the ordinary for me not minding doing things by myself or not being married. It's not unusual for me. Somebody listening might say, "Oh, I can't do that. I need me a woman or I need me a man." You know, then you do what you need to do for you. If you feel good about a situation, do that. My lifestyle don't necessarily have to be your lifestyle, but now I I I I enjoy the freedoms of being single. I don't have to ask nobody permission for nothing. And even being married, a lot of women, you don't be asking permission. You just say what you're gonna do and that's it. I don't even have to run it by nobody. Oh baby, I'm a go see a movie. Oh baby, I'll come with you. No, 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 no. Hey, Laboda, I remember you. I remember you. Welcome. Welcome. I didn't see you coming in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing good. I hope you're well and safe. My sister dated a guy who expressed that he only dated fit girls like himself. He then lost his toe in an accident. And I was waiting for him to say he only dated girls that lost. Okay. Hey, all you nine-toed girls, I'm out here. How arrogant. Yeah. It's like, okay, you want the girl to be perfect, but you walking around with nine toes. And ain't nothing wrong with nine toes. Just don't be so arrogant that You asking for something that you can't even live up to. I know where you're coming from, General, but that was funny. That was funny. Oh, that was funny. Thank you, Nadia. But yeah, but that's what you know. Ain't nothing like I said. If you guys got a good man, or if your woman got a good woman, I would be apt to tell you keep them because it ain't nothing out in the streets. And a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's so rare to find someone on the same page that you can connect. And I know in one live we're talking about being uh, having soul ties with someone, you know, um, and having soul ties with people you're not supposed to have soul ties to, because everybody, we all know this, but let me just say it anyway. Now everybody that you didn't slept with, and I'm not shaming nobody. I'm just getting ready to state something. Everybody you slept with, you didn't build to a soul tie with them. You know what I mean? You've been intimate with this person. You got a soul tie going on, don't you? Because whether you connect on certain things, you made a connection that maybe you shouldn't have made with that person. I think that's why the crime shows that I was mentioning earlier, not making excuses or whatever, but I think that's why people kind of, like we used to say in the day, nut up, because they done made a soul tie, but you don't want them no more. You didn't want them. It was just like, okay, one of them things, one thing led to another, and there you go. But that person connected with you and don't want to let you go, and you ain't thinking about that person, and then you go. There we go. You got a stalker that can turn dangerous. You have to be careful who you connect with, and just can't offer certain things to certain people, like yourself, like your body. And the more we realize, and I don't care how religious you are or spiritual you are, whatever, the more you realize that soul tie, and the more you realize that your body is a temple, not to be shared with everybody. Because then now you got all these ties with all these different people that you shouldn't have a tie with, because they ain't about nothing and they don't want nothing good for you. They came actually to disrupt your life, whether you know it or not. They came with nothing good in mind for you. And some people got with you for bragging rights. And as soon as you submit. And I know people like that. I know people like that, to the point where, and this was a man, to the point where they would brag to a family member, they slept with this girl and this girl and this girl, and they were lying. They were lying, and the reason why I know he was lying, when I overheard a conversation that it wasn't intended for me to hear, and the reason why he wanted bragging rights, because he wanted to look a certain way in front of his brother. And the reason why I know he was lying, because he told his brother he had slept with me. Ooh, I overheard that. Let's just say I cussed him out and I can't repeat what I said to him on this platform. I made up cuss words. I can cuss in different languages. You hear what I'm saying? So some people want to get with you for bragging rights, So they would their ego. And if you say no to them, oh, which was the case, and they're gonna say you did anyway. But you come to the point because I was old enough to know even at that point that I know who I am and I know whose I am. So although his brother probably believed him, who's his brother? I don't care. His brother looked like, death, and he looked like death. So they pretty much have to lie on women's because they was probably hadn't had a woman since birth. Did I say that? Yeah, I said it. Life has a strange way of humbling people. My sister was very empathetic towards her her nine boyfriend. Her, I, do you mean to say nine? Because I know you have that autocorrect that messes up. But had it been the other way around, I do not think he would afford her the same empathy. Right. Oh, nine, like the nine toes. I get it now. I had to think about it, General. I had to think about it. Yeah. They want you to be, ooh, you know, like people would say, okay, let's talk about oh God, let's pick somebody really pretty. And a man will say, mm, she sure is fine. I would do this and I would do that. Who you gonna do it with? Cause she wouldn't want you. Stay in your league, stay in your lane. Now, there's nothing wrong with being confident. I like a confident person, but not to the point where you lie to yourself because you think you more than that. People always expect more than what they're not even in that same lane, but they want a woman or they want a man with this, and that, and you don't have nothing to offer. Hmm. Yeah, I did. I did. I made them up. Yeah, I didn't see your yeah. I was still working on that, but I figured it out nine. Is she trying to say none? But then we were talking about the nine toes. Hey, Miss TR, how are you doing? I'm here just telling my business. uh, just here telling my business. No, but I will tell things about myself because it was a life lesson, a lot of it. And I would tell things of myself that have may have some value to somebody else. A lot of things, I won't mention. You won't hear from me. Keep to myself some things, but some things is like, I can tell that because I know, there's a lot of people out there that can see where I'm coming from. Yeah, guys, I wanted to talk about that subject, but because before I came on the live, I was talking to um, a person that I met years ago, and our union was going to strike, and we got out there and we walked with our picket signs, and we were having a conversation about what we're talking about right now. I said that would be a good conversation to talk about on the live, and if it goes to something else, let it go, organically. How much are you willing to give in a relationship? Like I said before, a lot of you guys came on. I'm not willing to give anything, nothing, nada, zero. No, not willing. Is I am not ashamed of my selfishness right now, and I wouldn't even call it that. But just bear with me. I'm gonna say I don't mind being selfish right now because it's all about me right now. My kids are gone out of the house. They good. I made sure they were good, so they good. So at this point, at this point, I got to do it my way, and that's what it's gonna stay my way. Since I don't want to be involved in a relationship, I can do that. But we all know you can't do that. We all know in a relationship we can't do that. So I understand that. So people say, well, what if Marilyn? He said this. Oh, it don't even matter what he say. It ain't no him. It's no he in the equation, and you can be happy if you learned your lessons along the way. And I don't want to sound like Ayanla. Hey, I did my work. You know how she talk. But when you get to the point where your happiness does not depend on anybody but yourself, and if you realize dealing with people in a romantic way, it takes away from your happiness. And when you get to the point that being single, you think of it as a gift instead of a curse. This is easy. This is peaceful. This is a joy. And then, I know some people go on dating sites. Catfish City. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let me tell you, there was this site called uh, Plenty of Fish. Oh, that was funny. I went on there this while back, y'all. I went on there because my friend said she had went on there and she had she had met some really nice guys. And this was back before I figured out, oh no, none of this is for me. Still trying to, still trying to go that route, what you're supposed to do. It was a joke, guys. And you could tell, to me, I can't see how people get caught up in catfish because I can tell. Now, say you ran across a profile and they looking like, okay, what's a real handsome man? Think of the most handsome man you can. But his voice sounded like RuPaul. Now you know that picture is not matching that voice. And not all the time does that work, but I'm telling you, I can spot a catfish. I even watch the show sometimes and I said, they crazy. You can tell that voice is a 35-year-old man and not a 24-year-old. Why ain't they seeing that? So, I'm just glad that I'm at this point. Makes life so much easier. It really does. Meghan Markle thought she could have given up her lifestyle to be with Prince Henry, but she struggled. Anyway, Prince Harry decided to give her all he has known to be with her. Hope things work out. Yeah, because rumor is he's regretting that decision now. That might be a rumor. And you would probably know better than me, General. But rumor is that that's bothering him. And so we'll see what happens. Yeah, give up too much. I mean, it sounds like a fairy tale, don't it? You're American, and whatever career you have, and then by people, you meet this prince, you meet this royalty, and and then you have this love affair, and you get married. Oh man, and then reality sets in. You give up everything. She gave up her career that she probably loved to be with him. I think both of them are taking a look back, and what you laughing at, Brian? What? Both of them are looking back. Man, what did I do? I bet they wake up like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, look over at their spouse and say, "Look at him snoring like he think he's something. He don't snore like no prince. What did I do? Gave up my career. I was in a weekly series suits. I was doing good. I eat his royal butt." Can you imagine what's going through her head? And don't even say about his. But they're saying because of the lifestyle that they, now correct me if I'm wrong, but this was the rumor, the lifestyle that he was used to, you know, and even before he left, he had to pay back all that money that he was afforded for certain things. Absolutely not right, RuPaul. I'm late with the messages, you guys. Forgive me. Here in the UK, they are praying for that marriage to end in divorce. Not me though. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people like that, like them getting together for other reasons besides them giving up their careers. You know what I'm saying, General? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see when her black mama came to the wedding. Ooh, I know a lot of people was clutching their pearls. Oh Lord, and she's in the palace. Oh Lord, have mercy. What have we done? You know that. It's partly that the reason why people were praying for that marriage to end. See, we knew about Megan. We knew her lineage, but when Mama came, oh, it was definite. It was definite. Like, oh Lord, sounded like Nadia. Oh Lord, what have we done? So yeah, guys, who wants to come on the panel? You can talk about what we talked about. You can pick another subject. You can tell what's going on with your channel. If anybody wanna, before I close out in about 10 minutes, if anybody wanna come up and kind of share some things, you're welcome to do it. Anybody that I know can share some things. Um, I want to share one thing that I mentioned earlier. Um, every Sunday I have scheduled them, far off. So I won't be actually doing it, but I'm scheduling it for Sundays. And it's just going to be gospel music and contemporary pop hits, on the spiritual side. Um, I'm going to do that, and it won't be average. It'll be like 3 to 4 minutes. But I want to showcase that. I want to showcase um, gospel songs, and some of them gospel songs. you want to get up and you want to dance, then it's okay. Get up and dance. Just don't twerk. Don't no, don't twerk on a gospel. But gonna do your two step. But anyway, I'm gonna do that, guys. And that to me, it just I like to do things that because we talk about everything when I'm live. And sometimes I'll get on a spiritual note, but for the most part, we talk about other things. And so I just wanted to, um, for, I just wanted to feed my spiritual part of me, you know. Give me one day, guys. Give me one day. So, it'll be Sundays. And I will try to upload. I have them scheduled so they'll upload Pacific time at 8 in the morning. Just for anybody who just wanna listen to it. And if not, I have other stuff on my channel. So I just want to share that with everyone really quick. Um, get your spiritual side on. But I see that nobody wants to. Okay, did I see that message? Catfish. Catfish is real and can be. Uh huh. Because they used to have a show where these predators, and I think that's what the show was named, to catch a predator. The predators would go online and get these little, 12, 13, 14, some older, some a little younger, and try to be intimate with them through the internet. And, they staged it to catch these guys, but just think about all the times that they didn't catch the guy. And they would come over with alcohol and stuff like that. And then the one host would come out right when, and they had actors. So the little girl was not a little girl; it was a grown woman. But they get the women that look like kids, that look real, young, and even their conversation, their voice, they made it a little higher and a little giggle like in it, so it'll seem like they're younger. And I can't remember the host name, but to see those guys' face, and the police was right there. They made sure the police was there. So some of the guys would try to hurry up and get up and run out, but the police would be right that show. And then some of the guys, predators, the catfish, were actually, they was, I wouldn't call them a catfish. They were just predators. Take that back. Because the person who was, the sting was they knew exactly how the man looked. So catfish usually, um, different pictures. You don't know anything about them. They won't videotape. They won't do any of that. But the host, the last name was Hanson, I think. Here in the UK, they are praying for the. Oh, I already did that. Well, guys, I am going to end this live. I was going to try to do it an hour and a half on the dot, but since no one wants to come on, I'm not going to put anybody on the spot. But General, I feel comfortable with you, so if you want to get up and say a little bit, I can put the link. But no pressure, no pressure. But if anyone want to come in and just kind of tell, in essence, what their channel is about, or something new that's coming up, something you want everybody to know about your channel, you can do that. I'll give you a few more minutes to decide. And if not, we are going to end this. Thank you, everybody, for coming in, giving a shout out to General Systems Theory, Brian Butler, Miss TR, Purple Love 3130. Shout out to Sincerely Yours, Nadia A. And I'll just say the Labota. I don't want to mess up your first name from South Africa. Um, let's see. There's another one I wanted to shout out. Um, hmm, Skins. Skins came in. Um, and he's Skins fan all day. In case you guys want to visit his channel, yeah, visit each other. If you have not been in each other's channel, you can do that. David Melbourne earlier on and gave everybody a shout out. Let me see what the last new comment is. Oh, thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian. Flowers and a heart. Excuse me. So guys, I'm gonna end this, and what I'm going to do, I'm not sure if I'm not sure whether I'm gonna upload it. If I do, it'll probably be on the other channel. But I got my home chef meals, and a couple of them is really, really quick, and you can use your own ingredients. So, don't think that you have to buy home chef. You could just watch what ingredients I'm using and do these meals. I don't want to pressure anybody saying that, oh, you got to buy home chef. No, you don't. But I like to buy it because it's proportioned. I don't have to measure nothing. One meal is 2 servings, so I can cook one time and then have leftovers for tomorrow. It works for me. It works for me. So anyway, I shouted you guys out. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in. And I am going to end this live right now. I appreciate all you guys. And tomorrow again, I'm on at 4. Have a good night.